Well, wrestling fans, how you guys? Hey, what happened on Monday Night Raw for July the 28th, 2025? The show opened up the same way SmackDown opened up with a tribute to Hulk Hogan. They did it over the same video, but this time it's different. Some different superstars that was out on the stage. Like Bayley was there, Becky Lynch, Gunther, CM Punk. So it's nice seeing different superstars on the stage, paying respect to the late great Hulk Hogan. Then Jey Uso marched out to the ring, got in the ring, and he called out Bronson Reed. He wanted to fight Bronson Reed right then, right there. But Paul Heyman came out, the Oracle. He said, look, Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker from now on will only be main eventing Raw, like they should be. Your nickname is Main Event Jey Uso, so why you just wait to the main event to face Bronson Reed? Then he started trash talking the Samoan family, like started trash talking Rikishi, Jimmy, Roman, all that, which fired up Jay. Then Paul Heyman said something interesting. He said to Jay, look, for months now, we've been attacking you, Penta, CM Punk, Sami Zayn. Where was Roman? Sitting at home. Why didn't he come not help you until last week? Because Roman realized, he said that Jay needs his help. Jay will always, always, always need Roman's help. Jay can't be main event Jay without Roman. And then he said, wasn't it years ago when he selected you to be the next tribal in chief? Then he selected Solo and just kicked you to the curb, and you and Jimmy did his bidding. So Jay was getting fed up at this point and wanted to go after Paul Heyman. So Paul Heyman realized Jay's getting ready to come after him. Paul Heyman took off through the back. That was hilarious. The opening match was Judgment Day. Raquel Rodriguez, Roxanne Perez, your Women's Tag Team Champion, Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio, taking on Kairi Sane and Asuka, the Kabuki Warriors, and AJ Styles in a six-person tag. Great match to open up the show. Kairi Sane wanted to start the match, but Asuka's like, I got this. She started the match off against Regal, and man, she just kicked Regal's butt with kick strikes, the spinning back fist. Then she tagged in Kairi Sane. They had that awesome double team kick strikes, followed up by the stereo drop kicks. Finally, Regal had enough and tagged in Roxanne. Roxanne wasn't ready to get tagged in, so Regal just tossed her to Kairi Sane to get away from the beatdown for the Kabuki Warriors. That was hilarious. Then Roxanne started taking it to Kairi Sane, but Kairi Sane quickly turned the tables on her. Started chopping her in the corner, like Ric Flair style, until Dominic grabbed a hold of Kairi Sane and shoved her to the outside through the ropes. And that allowed Judgment Day to take control because Kairi Sane got up outside. Regal hit the running big boot to the face, knocking her down. They isolated her and delivered amazing double team moves, like a snap suplex, followed up by a lion salt. They delivered a double team running big boot, Russian leg sweep there, just taking it to Kairi Sane till she got away. And AJ Styles wanted to be tagged in all match. Dominic did not want to tag in to face AJ. So when AJ finally got the tag in, Dominic's like, oh man. He got in and AJ just smoked him with a Pele kick, hit the strike combo, and then with the phenomenal form, and Roxanne got in front of him. So AJ Styles just walks him over and just like brushes Roxanne aside. That was hilarious. And Pele kicks Dominic again. Then the Kabuki Warriors take care of the Judgment Day women. They're fighting outside the ring. AJ hits the phenomenal form on Dominic, gets the 1-2-3 to get some momentum going into SummerSlam Sunday Night 2 as he faces Dominic for the IC title. The other two members of Judgment Day, Finn Balor and JD Maduga, were not at ringside because they had a match against the LWO face team of Joaquin Wall and Del Tolo, who won a triple threat tag match last week against the Creeds and New Day, which was an awesome match. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely check it out. So they fought them for the World Tag Team titles for 5 minutes straight. The LWO was hitting high flying splashes, high top rope drop kicks, you name it. They were just taking it to Judgment Day with high flying moves from the get go until Joaquin Wall ran to do a move off the ropes and Balor kicked him in the back. Then started stomping away him by the ropes. And then Balor and JD did that stereo slingshot curb stomp onto Del Toro, followed up by a slingshot swanton bomb onto him. LWO quickly fought back now, hit stereo suplexes, started hitting slingshot drop kicks, top rope drop kicks. Del Toro did Shane McMahon's coast to coast to JD McDougal. That was awesome. That was a badass move right there. I thought the LWO were going to win the World Tag Team titles for the very first time in their career. This is the second ever title match, they said. And the announcers, when they were called up for the main roster from NXT. On NXT, they had multiple chances to win the NXT Tag Team titles. But when they were called up to the main roster, this is the second ever title shot. Suddenly, Ludwig Kaiser shows up wearing a mask. But Dragon Lee shows up, pulls him off the ring apron, and starts brawling with him to the back. Suddenly, as the LWO is getting ready to do a move off of the top ropes onto Judgment Day, another masked man shows up for the crowd. I don't know who that was. He shoved one of them off the top rope, took off with the fans. JD McDougal got up, took care of the other member of the LWO. Then Finn Balor hit the coup de grace on the other guy for the 1-2-3. Judgment Day. The guys keep the World Tag Team titles intact. Who was that masked man? Let me know below in the comments if you have any ideas who it was. Could it be? I just followed it. Da Vinci was released twice. Could it be Da Vinci? Could they realize this Imperium fame and Ludwig being singles ain't gonna work out unless Da Vinci's with him? Could it be Da Vinci's back for a third time and I actually do something with him? Because this guy kind of had like the Da Vinci build. He's kind of muscular, whoever this is. Sheamus was backstage. Talked about how it felt good beating Rusev last week, but he said we need a rubber match. Signing the New Day is shown off camera with Grayson Waller. And Grayson Waller's like, hey, follow me. And he heads up to Sheamus like, hey man, yeah, remember when I was with A-Town Down Under? Me and Austin Theory were A-Town Down Under? He said, you beat both of us quickly in back-to-back matches on an episode of Raw. He said, now that I kicked the weak link, Austin Theory, out of the tag team, you can't handle Grayson Waller one-on-one. And my boys, the New Day, got my back. And then he turns around, New Day is gone. That was hilarious. And then he turns back around, Sheamus like, let's go to the ring now. So they had a match, Sheamus versus Grayson Waller. Waller came out looking for the New Day. New Day didn't even come out occupying the ring. Grayson Waller is going to help the New Day become World Tag Team Champions again, but you think they'd at least be nice enough to occupy him to ringside, help him against Sheamus, but no. Bell rings to Grayson Waller, quickly hits our barrel roll into pay dirt on Sheamus, and he starts like flexing and showing off his muscles. Sheamus got up, power slammed him, delivered 10 beats to Bowery, went to do the bro kick, and I noticed he ran and stopped. Then he backed up. Rusev shows up from the fans, jumps over the barricade. But the time he realized, crap, I'm not, on cue right there. I'm late showing up. That's why Sheamus ran and backed up. The time he got over the barricade to get into the ring, Sheamus just decided to haul off, bro kick Grayson Waller for the 1-2-3. Then Rusev attacked him with Sheamus's Shinali. Delivered like a dozen shots across Sheamus' back with the Shinali. Then applied the Accolade. 3 referees had to pry him off of Sheamus. Then Rusev challenges Sheamus to a match next week on Raw. Has accepted the rubber match. Hopefully Rusev wins it. Rusev's return, he needs to beat Sheamus twice. If they let Sheamus beat Rusev twice, this return of Rusev, it's going to start off so good. And I'm curious, was Rusev supposed to attack and Sheamus win by disqualification? Or was Sheamus actually supposed to pin Grayson Waller off the bro kick? I honestly think the way it played out in that he was supposed to get attacked and lead by a disqualification win, but Rusev was late getting there, missed his spot. We had an 8-woman tag. The Secret Service, alongside Naomi, a Women's World Champion, took on Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Stephanie Varga, and Nikki Bella. I'm a big fan of Nikki Bella. Is she here permanently now? Or is she just here for the month of July? Guys, she's been wrestling now 2 weeks in a row now on Raw after Evolution 2. I'm cool if she's back for a long time. But it's just for like a couple weeks. That's going to be upsetting. The match starts, and they quickly isolate Nikki Bella and just destroy her by making quick tags. She just got destroyed for like 10 minutes straight. That was a shame because Nikki Bella could go. Finally, Nikki Bella hits that X Factor on the Alba Fire. Runs over, tags in Io Sky, who she jumps in, starts hitting everybody with drop kicks, clotheslines. Rhea Ripley gets in, does one move, then Piper Niven sends her over the ropes to the outside, then sends her crashing into the steel steps. Then they isolate Io Sky and just do a number on her by making quick tags like they were doing to Nikki Bella. Naomi hit the running drop kick in the corner. Then Chelsea Green big boot her in the face, and then Piper Niven, Alba Fire, and Chelsea Green deliver a triple team move on Io Sky, a code breaker, followed up by a swanton drop across the back, followed up by a slingshot swanton bomb. They thought they had in the match won, but the faces ran in to break up the pin. Then the faces, each one hit a finisher on one of the heels, and Stephanie Varga got the win for the team. I wish Rhea Ripley did more than just a riptide and one move to Piper Niven. I didn't like the fact that she stayed a majority of the match outside. I didn't like that at all. Before we get to the main event, there were some quick segments. Gunther, CM Punk talk about their upcoming world title match night 1 of SummerSlam. Sami Zayn, Karrion Kross had a segment backstage, hyping up their pay-per-view match. Then nothing really exciting happened there. New Day came out for the fans, and typical New Day promo. We're heels. We're going after the World Tag Team titles. That was it. Nothing fancy there. The Valkyrie came out, and she said, my match against Becky Lynch, night 2 of SummerSlam for the Women's and IC title. She says, no disqualification. But the Valkyrie said, I feel confident I can beat Becky to become a 2-time Women's Intercontinental Champion. That she has added a stipulation now to the contract, and Becky has signed that if the Valkyrie loses, she can no longer go after Becky Lynch for the title as long as Becky's champion. But that's how confident she feels that she can beat Becky on Sunday to win that title back. Becky attempts to ambush with a kendo stick, but the Valkyrie saw her coming on the Titantron, turned around, drop kicked her off the ring apron to the floor, and stood tall. No matches announced for Raw next week, none whatsoever. Your main event was Jey Uso against Bronson Reed, and I wouldn't even call it a match. Bell rings, Bronson Reed just clotheslines him, picks him up, punches him, picks him up, body slams him. Sunday, Jey does a couple moves, and Braun Breaker runs in and spares Jey. So Jey wins by disqualification, and Roman Reigns runs out, and him and Jey clean house. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Paul Heyman looks concerned outside the ring until Roman and Jey decide to do exterior running spears running on the outside of the ring. Well, Braun speared Roman, intercepted him. That was awesome. And Bronson Reed had a running clothesline, intercepted Jey Uso. And then Braun and Bronson Reed delivered a double team spear to Sami onto Jey. Then Braun Breaker ended the show with that amazing clothesline off the apron, sending him and Roman Reigns over the announce table. Then he stood tall on top of the announce table, showboating to end the show. I guess Roman and Jey, Braun and Bronson Reed, the way they talk about they're going to be the main event for night 1 of SummerSlam, which to me, honestly, should not be happening. It should be CM Punk and Gunther is the main event, but we all know it's because of Roman Reigns. There you have it, folks. Definitely check out the 8-woman tag. Definitely check out the 6-person tag. Definitely check out the World Tag Team title match. But Sheamus, Grayson Waller, and Jey Uso and Bronson Reed was over way too quickly. There you have it, folks. And they have announced, too, that SummerSlam Night 2, which is Sunday, is the 6-team TLC match. I'm like, 6 teams? There's 7 tag teams on SmackDown, so I was curious what team is taken out of that match now. It's the LWO Heels. Why is Alberto Carrillo, Angel Garza taken out of that match? They should be in that match. It's just weird. Maybe they realize that's way too many people, and we got to take away 2 of them. I understand why Pretty Dilly's not in it because Prince is out injured for a bit, so Kip's going to be taken off TV for a while. But let me know below in the comments, what are your thoughts of the LWO heels, Humberto and Garza, to suddenly be taken out of the TLC match for Sunday? I honestly think it's a shame they should be in it because they do some great moves there. There you have it, folks. Stay safe, everybody. Too sweet. Bye.